Good morning, friends. Welcome to another outstanding episode of the Chris and Amanda Show. You like that outstanding episode? Oh wait, let me unmute you. There you go.
See, normally it's me muting
That time
myself.
this time was my fault.
Let the record show on April 18th of
Right.
2022, I did not mute myself.
That's right.
But that's on the back of me not having my actual microphone plugged in correctly. So settle down, Amanda. Settle down.
It's plugged in correctly now.
It is through troubleshooting when it was just a basic cord.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Happy
welcome
Chris and Amanda
everybody to another episode of the Chris and Amanda Show, where we fight through tech challenges each and every week, and that's why everybody tunes in.
I mean, basically, you never know what's going to happen in the Chris and Amanda Show.
No, it's not to hear us talk about music. It's to watch us fight through tech challenges and, sunbeams coming in through the shades. So for anybody, if any of our regular listeners and viewers, for the last few weeks, I've been fighting the sun coming in from the one window. And I said I was going to buy some blackout curtains, which I haven't done yet, which I should just go on like Amazon and go order. But instead, what I found when I was cleaning up was I found these gigantic Post-it like sheets that I had.
They're amazing.
Yeah. And so I strategically placed them on the window, but they're still a little bit peeping in. So if you're watching, there it is. If you're watching this, the video version, you can see me getting beamed here. And if I move, it's like there it goes.
You have sun though, because here coming from Michigan, another gloomy day.
That's all right.
And I had high hopes. There was such a beautiful sunrise this morning.
Yeah.
I should have known better.
Well, we're supposed to get here in New Jersey. We're supposed to get a some kind of like nor'easter at the end of the day today. So it's like nice now, but we've been getting like these like freak storms that just pop up lately in the Northeast.
Absolutely. We're supposed to get 2 inches of snow potentially tonight.
Look at that. Spring, everybody.
Spring has sprung in the United States of America.
That's right. Depending where you live, you just keep getting wacky weather.
I know we have a lot of friends in Texas. So enjoy your warm weather.
We do. We have a lot of friends. We have a lot of friends located in sort of like the south of the United States who like listen to the show regularly. So yeah, enjoy your warm weather.
So today, today.
So Amanda, today
we have well, first of all, I sing Chris my songs.
Yes. How does the show work?
Oh, well, I was going to talk about what type of songs you sent me, and then I'll talk about the.
Okay, that is perfect. Thank you. Sorry, everybody listening and watching right now. But.
No, well, because I just wanted to share. Chris sends me a message back after I send him his songs, and I quote and unquote mostly.
Mostly.
The songs I'm going to send you are going to be filled with the Holy Spirit.
That's right.
That will be up for debate on this episode.
But they are filled with the Holy Spirit. Every song I sent you today. So I crafted this list. It took me a while to craft this list. I listened to a lot of different songs, and I purposely put this list together to get your reactions from these bands that are inspired by the Holy Spirit. And they are all about it.
I feel like even though one of my songs is aligned with that, I think the other two could very closely fall in line.
I agree.
So what a great show for the Monday after Easter. You're going to get a little religion today.
Exactly. Well, I felt, I was like, well, exactly how you just said it. It's here, for anybody that celebrates Easter.
Yeah.
I figured, well, why not? Let me put together a little playlist of some of a small smattering, I think that's a word, of Christian rock and metal bands for Amanda to sample. And we've had a few before on the show. I gave you POD. I think I've given you some others, but this is the first entry for, I think, the 3 bands I'm sending you today. I don't think I've sent you any of these bands yet on the show.
And every time you say POD, I always have to want to go, and you know me.
And you know me.
And you know me, you know POD. Yeah, you know me. I can't help it. It just is there and it comes out.
It just happens.
It just happens. But that's what makes this show work, Chris Baglio.
It most certainly does, Amanda Sharp.
So let's get through all this housekeeping.
Yeah, let's get through all this housekeeping. So, first of all, I want to welcome everybody once again who are watching the show live with us right now. We're streaming out on Facebook and Twitch, so make sure you join us every Monday at 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time if you'd like to hang out with us live. For those of you watching the replay or listening to the audio version, we welcome you as well. And if this is your first time listening to the Chris and Amanda show, well, let me tell you something. You're in for a treat. I like to say that because, why not?
Why not?
But you're in for a treat because each and every week, Amanda and I have these great music discussions. So if this is your first time listening to the show, I'm going to throw it back over. I'm going to throw back over to Amanda Sharp, and she's going to tell you how the show works.
I'm catching what you're throwing at me. And how the show works is every week we come to each other with 3 song choices. Chris has his background of different music than I do. But this week, they've kind of aligned a little bit. So it's very interesting because even in the same spectrum of music, our tastes are still so different. So this is very, very fun. So we score them on a complicated scale of 1 to 5 records. 1 being that song should never have been written unless it's about Jesus, and I would feel too bad giving them 1 record.
Well,
sorry.
Not every song about Jesus deserves to get scoring.
This is true. This is true. I did tell Chris, I was like, bonus records. Bonus records for Jesus. Or all the way up to 5 records, which is, this is an amazing song. It should be on my playlist. I'm going to listen to it over and over. It's just fun banter. It's a lot of musical hours worth of listening at this point.
Yes, hours upon hours of talking about some of your favorite music from everybody out there. Some of your favorite bands. We've listened to Amanda go, I have no idea who they are, over and over again. And it's amazing every time.
And over and over again.
Same for me, though, too. I mean, you have absolutely shared a ton of artists with me that I never heard of before. Or like I knew their name, but like never even bothered to like listen to their music because I made some assumptions that I would already not like it. Because I'm a snob sometimes like that.
Aren't we all? But, and just for our newer listeners, and a reminder to our frequent listeners, that is not an easy task. To give Chris Baglio a song or artist he has not heard of before is difficult. So anytime that does happen, I secretly feel so successful because it's not easy.
No, it's because I listen to a lot of music. I mean, I know I'm the rock, metal, punk guy, hardcore guy, but I listen to like a lot. I really do enjoy music. I listen to a lot of music and but I'm always, you can't listen to everything. I mean, there's millions of pieces of music out there, so I am always happy to listen to new music. And sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't.
Absolutely. And one thing that this show has done is definitely expanded both of our music tastes.
Yes,
for sure.
Absolutely. So with that being said, if you do not like the songs that we talk about on the show and you want to have your own version of the Chris and Amanda show, well, you can do that. Actually, you can do that. And there's actually a couple ways you could do it. One is, they both require you going over to our Buy Me a Coffee page, which you can get to by accessing the links in the show notes and the video description. But we have two different things you can do. One is you can buy out the whole show. You can commission an entire episode of the Chris and Amanda show and have us, you get to pick the songs. You pick the songs, whatever they are, whatever genre, you get to pick those songs and we have to talk about them. So you got to sit back and take whatever we say about them, but you get to own the show. You get to pick those songs. And we've already had a great commissioned episode once already happened this year, which was great. So please go back and watch that. That's the one that we had commissioned from Dan, and in which we listened to all his death metal, dark metal, black metal tunes. And so that was a very fun episode to do. So if you want to do an episode like that or whatever, you can commission your own episode of the Chris and Amanda show. Plus, we also have different levels on our Buy Me a Coffee, which membership levels, which let you pick songs to be included in the show. There's also a level where you can actually become an actual guest host here. You can be on the show with us, which is great. You can actually come on the show and be a participant on the Chris and Amanda show. So all that's all available at our Buy Me a Coffee link, which is buymeacoffee.com/TCAS. Once again, those links are in the show notes in the video description below. And Amanda, we also, hot off the presses, we now have a phone number.
This is so hot off the press, you all. Like,
Yeah.
did I just say y'all? I did.
Y'all. Well, you are Midwest, and you did do Texas for a little bit. So
that's right. That's right.
Yeah. But we have a new phone number. So if you want to leave us a voicemail and give us feedback, yell at us, tell us how much you disagree with our picks, or if you just want to say something nice and say hello, or hey, you can always try making a request and maybe, just maybe, we'll honor it. You can call us at 973-506-8009. For those of you calling outside of the United States, you want to use the country code +1. So +1 973-506-8009 is the phone number to reach the Chris and Amanda show.
And just a reference, I got your number off the bathroom wall. If anyone wants to put that on some bathroom walls, feel free.
Feel free. Because you know what? Amanda would like to have this number on the back of a bathroom wall. And then if you take a picture of it, we will post it.
Oh my gosh. I feel like we are totally like encouraging graffiti.
I was just going to say, although we do not condone vandalism of any sort.
No, and that picture doesn't necessarily mean that individual did it.
Maybe a dry erase marker.
Oh my gosh. We would have a whole album. And listen, we would have liked 8675309, but that one wasn't taken. So here we are, 973-506-8009.
That's right. So leave us a voicemail on there. All right. So with all this out of the way, let's get into the show. What do we have on deck today? What is on tap, Amanda Sharp? What songs have you bequeathed upon me?
Oh, wait a minute. My song. How about I say my song, your songs to me?
Why don't you say your songs to me? For a minute, I forgot how the show works.
We're just so excited about the new number.
Right, we're like, I got a phone number.
We got a phone number.
It's like when I got my first teen line. I'm like, I got my own phone number.
No, it's not even a pager this time, friends.
No, it's not a beeper. Could be.
It could be. It could be. All right. Chris's number one. I am like so tongue tied today, but this is live and this is just what we do. So we work through it.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Your number one song to me was Soldiers Under Command by, is it Stryper?
Stryper.
Why did I think it might be Stryper?
No, it's
Why would a Christian band be Stryper?
I don't know.
So I retract that previous statement. Stryper it is.
Stryper.
Stryper. Number 2, Reinventing Your Exit by Underoath.
Mm-hmm.
And number 3, Mariana's Trench by August Burns Red.
That's right. Man. What a great set of songs right there.
What a list.
It is a fantastic list. All right, so your list to me this week, your fine choices was Choose You by Sara Bareilles. How Great Art Thou, Carrie Underwood, which is a song about Satan. I'm just kidding.
You got the right song?
I'm pretty sure it said Hail Satan. And Joy Oladokun. I hope I got that right. With Look Up. And I actually sent you that link this morning. That was a very pleasant discovery. Anyway,
absolutely.
So these are the songs for this episode 16, season 2 of the Chris and Amanda show. See, I had to plug it. I wanted to just get that locked in time there. Clap.
All right. I'm going to dive into your first song choice to me, Chris Baglio.
What a great way to start the show with some Yellow and Black Attack. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Yellow and Black Attack. That's Stryper?
That is Stryper.
That's like their colors? All right.
That's their colors. That's their outfits. They have a whole yellow and black like outfits they wear.
Okay. So Soldiers Under Command by the Black and, did you say yellow?
Yellow and Black Attack.
Black Attack. Sorry. AKA known as Stryper. All right. When the song first started, I had to Google. I said, this sounds classic 80s. Classic 80s.
Oh yeah.
And so I did, and the
You weren't
hair did not
disappointed.
disappoint. It
You were not
directly,
disappointed.
it absolutely confirmed. I'm like, 80s, nailed it. It just screamed 80s. And for those who might be new to the show, Amanda loves herself a lot of 80s.
She
So
certainly does.
the more the 80s, the better. It's, it's just had that classic sound. I really, really liked the lyrics a lot in this.
Mhm.
I found these lyrics a little easier to hear than maybe the other two song choices, so I could follow them a little bit better. But I did Google the lyrics because I like to do that. And what I really the lyrics that spoke the most to me were "We win without sin," and then like "Through Him without sin there is victory." Because sometimes, like the fighting fire with fire isn't always the best approach, and
Mhm.
so I have to step back and try not to be a sinner. No one wants to be a sinner these days.
Soldiers, under the God's command. Freaking great song. So I had a really difficult time selecting Stryper. And by the way, this is not going to be the last time there's a Stryper song on the list. I'm surprised it took this
This
long
long.
for me to actually give you a Stryper song because um, Stryper is a band that they were not cool to listen to when you were a metalhead, but I didn't care because
Sure.
they have righteous riffs from God. They are an
Righteous
amazing
riffs
band,
from God.
righteous
Listen to
riffs from
you.
God, and
I
they
love it.
are an awesome, awesome band. I don't care what they're singing about; they are just fantastic. And I've seen them live. They
Really?
used to throw Bibles out at their shows, like they
Like little
tossed
ones or
Bibles
big ones?
like little Bibles. They would throw them out and you could catch them and stuff. And we got a few years back, my friend and I, we went to go see them in Asbury Park and they had a whole meet and greet thing and we bought that. We got our pictures taken and he even won like a gold record and we all had records like autographed. It was awesome.
Oh, amazing.
And we were like right in the front. I mean, this place is like a small club, but it was like this band used to play giant arenas and then I'll see them like and they wore the whole yellow and black outfits. Oh my God, it was great. I was in heaven. It was fantastic. Literally in
I
heaven.
Nice. And I tell nothing's cuter or more powerful than a little baby Bible. I
That's
love
right.
little baby Bibles. They're
Well,
the
they
cutest little
would throw
thing.
those Bibles out, and I'll tell you, I love Stryper, and they are phenomenal. They are just such a musically amazing band. They're just great.
I've never heard of them, so I'm gonna definitely play the whole I'm gonna dig deeper into them because I definitely feel like I would dig it.
Yes, you would
I
dig the Stryper.
I would dig the Stryper, and I totally retract saying stripper. But it happens. It happens. So I really like them. Their look didn't disappoint me. Their sound didn't disappoint me. The words didn't disappoint me. I was really pleasantly happy. I would say I'm going to give this one a 4 record.
Ooh,
Okay? But I do believe probably in the next few weeks it probably will bump up to a 5.
I am going to make you a Stryper playlist. It
Okay.
is going to be a killer Stryper playlist because
Killer.
you're gonna love it. To Hell with the Devil was their breakout record. So it was a record after this one, and that was the breakout record in what was it, 87, 88?
The
Something or
hell with the
somewhere around there.
devil.
And they had a huge hit on MTV with Calling on You. And they used to have this big. Oh, you have to watch the videos.
I can't wait.
That's gonna be a video you and I need to do is watching these Stryper videos and like together so we can comment on them.
I love it. I love it.
Yes,
So thank you for that song. They were not on my radar at all. And I love me some Christian music. So
I
thank you
do
for
know
that
that.
addition.
I do know that. I do know that. And you are very welcome. And welcome to the Stryper family. I'm
Good
here
to
as
be
an
here.
official ambassador of Stryper to welcome you to the
Striper,
Stryper family.
Striper, can I get a baby Bible?
Stryper, if you're listening to this, please send Amanda a Stryper Bible.
Are they
It's a
still
very
together?
simple request.
Are they
Or
still together?
anybody, please send Amanda a Stryper Bible.
They're just so
Yes.
cute.
Oh my gosh, I love
Good
it. All
stuff.
right, so cool. I'm glad you like Stryper. I accept your 4 records, which will probably be 5 records very shortly. And Stryper's the best. All right, so here we go. Your song to me, your first song to me was "I Choose You" by Sara Bareilles, and this isn't the first time we've talked about Sara Bareilles on this show.
Correct.
This is a perennial favorite of Amanda Sharp, and I will bet $10 that Amanda has a Sara Bareilles Pandora station.
I could show it to you right this second if you
There
need
you
the
go.
proof.
I knew it. So, and I can't remember some of the ratings I've gave Sara Bareilles in the past, but I don't think I've ever generally like. I don't think I've ever been like, oh, this is terrible because I don't
Right.
think that. Generally, I think almost everything I've heard from her is like good. Like it's good, and I enjoy her voice, and I think that she's extremely talented, like singer songwriter. So this song in particular, though, this was from her 4th studio album, The Blessed Unrest, which was released in 2013. And it was written by Sara Bareilles, Jason Blinn, and Pete Harper. And it was produced by Mark Ender, who also produced her hit song Brave, which I think everybody knows that song because that, I mean, they play that. You can walk into Target and hear that song. It's like still everywhere, or like Walmart or Five Below or something. So, but so this song was released on January 17, 2014, and was the album's 2nd single and was featured in the television show Life Sentence and Secrets and Lies. The song peaked at number 16 on the U.S. Billboard Adult Contemporary chart and number 14 on the Billboard Adult Top 40 and number 81 on the Billboard Hot 100. Hey, it was certified gold and a sales of excess of 500,000 units. I mean, just even that, like, you don't even hear that anymore. Like, nobody, like, it's all about downloads and streams these
Right.
days. And so it's like crazy when you think about like that
Actual
number.
units.
So the song itself, I got to tell you, so the song itself, when I just heard the song by itself, it's like it's a cute song, it's fun, it's it didn't like any way. I was just kind of like, okay, it's a cool song. It's not, I wouldn't say it's Diddy category, but it was like it was just fine. It was fine, but I'll tell you, I did watch the music video because I've started doing this a little bit with some of the songs. So I'm like, some of the songs you send me, like, I go, this is a decent song, but I do want to watch the music video.
Mhm.
And so I watched the music video, and the music video was like really cute. I really enjoyed the video for this. So if anybody hasn't seen the music video for the song, I Choose You, was really cool. It's directed by Dennis Liu and was released on May 5th, 2014. And you could see it on YouTube. I actually feel like that they should actually have a show where Sara Bareilles does this. I think it'd be fantastic. I'd watch this. So the show features 2 real life couples, one heterosexual, one lesbian, and they are trying to deliver unique proposals to their significant others. And so it was like, I guess it was a little bit of a contest Sara Bareilles was running. So you could basically, and she would come and sing at the proposal in front of family and friends and all that. So that the video is like combining footage from like the 2 couples and they're getting ready. And so I watched it and I was like, well, first of all, I was like, man, I made a terrible proposal. One guy made an entire thing out of like, he made origami out of like post-it notes of all their memories together. I'm like, what? And this other woman that she painted all these signs that had all like the keystone moments in their life. And I was like, geez, this is phenomenal. Like, I was terrible. I mean, I was also like 23, but like I'm like, so this, first of all, the video was great. I liked the video and it made the song that much better for me because the imagery was like perfect. So that song was like perfect for this music video. So then it boosted the rating of the song for me. Okay. But then I started to feel bad about like, man, I was like, I feel like now I need to go back and redo Proposal. However, I do have a 25th wedding anniversary coming up this year. So this could be my big chance, Amanda Sharp.
We'll start working on it. If any of
Yeah.
our listeners have some amazing ideas, send them our way.
Yes, this could be our big shot. So so anyway, I was doing that, and so I watched it, and so it made me definitely change my rating. My initial rating on this song initially was did not hate it at all. So it wasn't it wasn't in the 2 category for me. But it had just it was a 3. So it was like I said, it was like fine. It's a
Okay.
fine song.
Okay.
But because the music video, I loved it so much, and then also made me feel bad about myself, but still I loved it. No, I was it was great. It's a great celebration. I actually it's really cool. But it boosted my number up a little bit, boosted my rating a bit.
Okay.
So I would now give this song, because of the music video, it went up a whole point. So it went up to 4 records.
I went to a 4. I was thinking maybe it was gonna, like, point 8-ish or something like that.
Well,
So it's all 4 records.
it went up because it was good. It worked really well. And then I was like, man, I don't know if she thought about it, but I'm like, that I would watch that show. If that was like a limited series
Sure.
where Sara Bareilles goes around the country, like appearing at people's proposals and like these unique, cool proposals, like I would watch that show. I
And
would dig it.
I think you hit such, like, the nail on the head here. If it was a limited series, for all of those people trying to
Mhm.
create something, it is okay that it be a limited series. You
Yeah,
don't have
like
to
8
do something
episodes.
until it's, like, dead 10 years later.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, it's a cool idea. It'll
yeah.
wear thin, but I would like to see, because I liked seeing the different proposals.
Oh,
Like, I thought
sure.
that was cool, and I wanted to see more of that, but I like the idea that then she comes out and she sings a song. Like, I think that's a cool, like, part to, like, end it, is that you get, like, the little performance by Sara Bareilles where she does a song and, in front of all your friends and feel. I think that would be cool. So it's like, anyway,
I
so Sara Bareilles, you can have that idea for free. I'm giving that to you. You can have it. It's all yours.
and I don't know her, but she seems like a very, like, down to earth, normal person.
She seems like a nice person. I think she's. I mean, every interviews I read with her, because
Mhm.
whenever I do whenever I do all these, it's like I do
Mhm.
the research, so I read
Yeah,
interviews and things, and like I go, she sounds like a really just cool person that
yeah,
like you could totally hang out with and probably not even notice she's like this famous like
yeah,
singer who's won these awards and like
yeah, like, just have coffee with her type
yeah.
person.
I almost spilled my coffee as you said.
Speaking
Have
of
coffee.
coffee.
And speaking of coffee, I almost spilled it all over my computer. Yeah,
Sorry about that. Hey,
yeah.
Billy, thanks for checking in.
Billy Thorpe, ladies and gentlemen, check it in.
Chris and
Make sure you
Amanda,
check out.
let's go. Yes, sir. Let's go to Chris's number 2 pick to me.
Oh, yes.
Reinventing Your Exit by Underoath. I have to say, I love the name of the song.
Mhm.
I think that is very clever and just a very strong statement.
Okay.
Reinventing your exit. I think it's great. So, with that being said,
This is the way I would have done
there
things
you
up
go.
against the
There it
wall, up against
is.
the wall. You got me up against the wall.
It's just so like they like to scream.
You
and
should have
hurt
heard the earlier stuff.
and it hurts my ears. you
You're
know,
you're listening
the
to some emo core there, some
it,
Christian
it
emo core.
I mean, I appreciate they're doing it their way.
They are full of the Holy Spirit, this
They're
band.
they're feeling the Holy Spirit in the way that they're feeling the Holy Spirit, and who am I to judge? And if that comes out to scream, I mean,
Well, they have it. It's like, we wanna let the whole world know how passionate we are about Jesus.
absolutely. It's just very interesting. Like there was a time when all Christian music was like Little House on the Prairie, Onward Christian Soldier, like
Right.
right, like
Like hymnal stuff where it's just kind of
yeah,
boring.
hymns to reinventing your exit by Under Oath, or y- Mariana's Trench by August Burns Red. It's just to be that first person who said, "This is how we're going to do it. We're going to do it our way."
That's right. And
And the
there's and
criticism they had to come like against.
oh, there's a lot. I mean, but the other thing with bands like Under Oath and even August Burns Red is what's actually interesting, whether you believe in a message or not, and even bands like POD and that the interviews, it opens
Yeah, you
up.
know me.
That's right. Yeah, you know me. But it opens up a whole world to people that don't know about that message. And so,
It's so
by
true.
creating music that, their music, their way, that other people, that audience like really likes. And so you're still delivering a positive message, but you're doing it your way in your music. And it all doesn't have to be, the hymnal traditional stuff, which is great if you dig that, like, and you've got that, but here's now another way of you know
Hey, if
spreading your love and message.
absolutely, I mean, you're reaching the masses by doing it your way, and Hey, James. You might not know it, but you're at church this morning with the Chris and Amanda show.
That's right. For everybody just checking in on the live stream, welcome to church.
Take us to church. It's just really fitting because Easter, and we didn't even plan it this way. It just kind of fell into.
You didn't plan it this way.
There you go. That's correction there.
This has been on my mind for weeks.
I love it. So I did a little research, and there were various like messages about this song, what people
Yes.
thought that it meant,
Yeah.
and some of them aren't necessarily just Christian based.
No, they're not
at all. So
Absolutely
I do like that this really can hit the masses with this particular song. So I did think that that was clever. And I really, what I did read, and I think it was by one of the band members, is their explanation of the song. And it was basically like, all of your grace has run out, and that person has just like stepped on you and just like taken advantage of you and taken advantage of you. And that's where they're reinventing their exit. And so that's why I really just love that phrase, reinventing your exit, because to exit is one thing, but to reinvent the exit, and exits look different than they do at 20, 30, 40. I think you become a little bit more strategic. So you can be a little bit more kinder.
Right. Yeah,
You can
absolutely.
just exit and not have to have it be a big thing either.
Exactly.
So I really liked this song so much. However, it did hurt my ears and gave me a little bit of a headache. So I don't think I can listen to this much, just because it really pushes my volume sensory that Amanda has. We all know that I listen to things quietly. So I wish if it would have been in like a different volume range,
Right.
it probably would have been a 4. But as is, I'm going to give it a 3. But I really like the message. I really appreciate how they do themselves, and they honor that. And I just think it's fantastic. So 3 records, just because it's not 100% what I like to listen to.
Right. Okay. No, I think that's a very fair assessment. I wasn't sure where you were going to go with this one, but I figured you would, at least at the end of the day, like the message of what they're singing about and what they're bringing. This band has always been a self-proclaimed Christian band, definitely big in the Christian communities. They did have a falling out, and they did disband, but then got back together a couple years ago. The lead singer actually talks about it a lot. He's been very open about it, Spencer. And so basically what happened with them is that he got very involved in he got very addicted to drugs through this, and wound up, the band basically fell apart. And a lot of it had to do, he talks very openly about this, a lot of the pressures of being a Christian band, and having a lot of like these preconceived notions, and that actually feeling really guilty that, well, if you're on drugs, you can't be a Christian. So he's very vocal about this. So anyway, they wound up breaking up. They took time. He got healthy and clean, and then they started the band back up again. And they've been back better than ever, and out there touring and all that. They don't kind of call themselves a Christian rock band anymore, because he actually had such a horrible experience that he talks about with Christians turning their backs on him because he was addicted to drugs, that it left such a bad taste in his mouth that he's like, we're just not a Christian band anymore. I still have my beliefs, but basically I don't want to be part of a community that turns its backs on people
that shuns somebody during
right.
their
And he felt that was super hypocritical. Anyway, there's lots of interviews and documentation about this where he's been very open about it. And I can agree with that. I think that stinks,
fair.
But
yes, Billy. Yes. Billy Thorpe saying, in my 20s equals a throat punch. 30s equals radio silence. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The exit just looks different as we age.
It certainly does. It most certainly does. But I'm glad that you like the song. And I may send you a little list of some other Underoath songs that you make, because they have progressed over time, and they've done different things. They've gotten really extreme. They've gotten a little more pop. So they've had different levels of like expressing themselves. I think you may find some of their later stuff a little more interesting.
Can't wait.
Anyway, all right. So moving on to your number 2 song. Your number 2 song.
My number 2 song.
Which I lost my notes. There they are. All right. So this is a song called How Great Art Thou by Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood. Did she win? Was she one of the contests?
Oh,
Was she a
American
contest?
Idol. She
That's
was
an
the
American
winner.
Idol. That I
Yep.
couldn't remember. Yeah, American. So she was an American Idol
She
contest
was the
winner.
winner.
Did she have a career though before that, or did that show like launch her kind of a thing?
That launched her.
Okay. And I know she's really popular. I mean, my girls listen to Carrie Underwood. So it's like Carrie Underwood is definitely a household name, very mainstream.
Very much.
Another if you're in Target, you will absolutely hear a Carrie Underwood song playing as you're shopping. Yes.
Absolutely.
Hashtag American Idol. Yes, Billy.
Nailed
Thank
it.
you. But this song, so this was right away, I was like, okay, this is obviously a hymnal, so I was like, no, she didn't write it because most of the hymnals, like, they're going back generations. So
Yeah.
here's a little history about How Great Art Thou. And I found some of this stuff. It was actually it was a little harder to find some more information about this song or the history of it than I thought it would be. So I did some digging. So this was on wideopencountry.com. So How Great Thou Art, or Art Thou, sorry, is a Christian. Oh, sorry. Let me start over. How Great Thou Art is a Christian hymn that has roots that go back to the 1880s. The song was originally a poem written by Carl Gustaf Borbig of Sweden. It was later translated into English by Stuart K. Hine, who then added additional lyrics. In the 50s, Mana Music of California purchased the song and also made some minor lyrical changes. The very first person in the United States to professionally record the worship song was Bill Carl in 1958, and the song's popularity soared from there. Since then, the song has been performed with their own versions by Martina McBride, Elvis Presley, Charlie Daniels, and of course, Dolly Parton.
Good old Dolly.
Who we
Love
talk about a
Dolly.
lot on the show. This is a little quote that I pulled from popculture.com where Carrie was talking about the song. I love that song so much. I feel like it's one of the most perfect songs on the planet. It's just joyful, and it's recognizing that God is just. He's done such magnificent, beautiful, big things. And she said, quoting the line, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Those lyrics, they are just amazing. And of course, the song is just very challenging. And I like challenging vocal songs. So it's just perfect for me. So that's what Carrie Underwood was saying about her version of How Great Art Thou. So here's my review of the song. So I do agree. She has a fantastic voice. And I could definitely hear, it is a very challenging song to sing. I mean, from hearing her performance. So, it's got a lot of different ups and downs and changes. And, and I think that goes along with a lot of hymnal music, especially the very traditional stuff. It's not easy to sing a lot of this stuff. So, the fact that she's got the vocal chops to be able to handle and tackle something and bring her own version, because, like we just said, right? Listen to the people who've covered the song, all very super talented folks. So I definitely give her huge kudos for that. Let's get that out of the way. So I 100% think that she's a phenomenal vocalist. And she also seems like a really good person too. So there's that. I will say that this is a song I would probably never listen to again.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
It's not something I'm going to go to. It's just not my cup of tea in the sense of, like, I respect hymnals. I think that they have a great place in history, considering, it's some of the first musics that were put together. But it's not really my thing. It's a little too, what it is, and I don't want to get to, but I went to Catholic school and I don't have a very great view of Catholic school. I mean, I had a lot of friends and stuff like that, but like my experience itself kind of shaped a lot of the things that my belief systems now.
Sure.
So when I hear something like this, it kind of transports me back there and being forced to do a lot of things that I was like, so, but that aside, and she did a very great job. So, while the song is not my thing, I wouldn't necessarily go listen to it or save this. I did appreciate it, and I do enjoy her version of it. I think it was very great vocal performance. So with that, I'm going to give it 3 records. I mean, I think it's,
Okay.
it's not a 2, it's not a 1. I mean, it's not like, oh my God, this is horrid. Like, I don't feel that way. It's just not my thing.
Sure.
But her performance is phenomenal on it. So definitely, I want to recognize that. I think and if you're into this, style. If you're into the style of music, then I know she's got a whole record of this. So I would say this is probably a great record for you to listen to.
She's one of the few artists, and I shouldn't say few because there's many more than just a few, but
Mhm.
that really sound magnificent live recorded. You
Yeah, and
know, where it sounds
there's a live performance of this I watched the YouTube video of, I think with Vince Gill
yes,
is with her, and I was like, "Wow, that's a really solid." It's solid. It is solid.
solid live, and it
Yeah,
is just trying to sing this
yeah,
and breathe is hard. And so I've always loved this song. I've
right,
always loved singing it. I don't know if I sing it well when I sing it with her, but I sing it and I ke used to be able to, like, keep pace to pace, note for note. Like, I
right,
used to be able to do it. And then I got sick in December with the good old Rona.
right.
And I was shocked when I tried to sing this for the first time, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I do not have, like, the lung capacity to sing this," and I was devastated. And so, I know that sounds so stupid,
No,
but
it's not stupid.
anytime I would hear this song since, I would try my hardest to, like, sing it, and I could see improvements of getting better and better and better.
Yeah,
And so finally, I feel like I'm almost at 100% where I can sing this the way that I used to sing this. And so I've kind of judged my recovery based on this version of this song. So thank you,
that's great.
Carrie, getting me
That's
through
great.
the getting me through fully recovery. It's like a physical therapy for my lungs.
There you go. Physical therapy for your lungs. I think that's great though. I mean, that's very positive stuff. I like that. I did, like I said, the live version of this song that I saw with her and Vince
Yeah.
Gill is a great, it's a great performance all around. I mean, no doubt, no doubt. And
Mhm.
this isn't a cut on her or
Of
just
course.
like I said, the song itself as a song is not my thing, but performance wise, awesome.
True
Absolutely
talent.
awesome. I mean, true talent,
True
serious
talent.
talent. I mean, yeah. So, so Amanda, when I come out there and finally visit, I'm gonna time it so this is a time when you're singing this song
Absolutely.
so I could feel it.
One of our first events, we'll do this too.
Yes, okay.
All right, moving on to your third song to me, Mariana's Trench by August Burns Red. I really like the name of the title, like
Yes.
and the not the author, the artist, the
Yeah.
band.
We're going down. Mariana's Trench. Oh my god, it's such a great song. This is like my favorite song by this band. The band's phenomenal.
Well,
But
I thought the name was phenomenal, and I started the song, and it really I had high hopes for
these
it.
guys are phenomenal musicians, man. Oh my god.
Because what is it? A solid 30 to 45 seconds just music
Yeah.
to start,
Yeah,
right?
which is a lot. I mean, these guys are just the top players, just insane.
Just excellent. But then they started singing and there was just I was like, "Well, heck, that was a surprise." Like,
You weren't expecting that.
no, I was thinking more of like, Stryper, maybe not not 80s, but not what I heard.
Metalcore.
This was
This is what you would this genre is Christian metalcore.
this this could have been on Dan's commissioned episode to us, and I would have had no idea that it was Christian.
That's right.
It's so hard on my ears. And I sound
It's
like
heavy.
a very old person when I say that, but we all have different tolerances to what our ears can endure. This
Right.
was probably 10 times harder than what my ears typically need to like filter through.
But you saw the progression
I saw it was beautifully laid
in the
out.
song list. It was laid out.
It was thank you for that. You
You're
warmed me
welcome.
up. You warmed me up. Now, I did really like the beginning. I couldn't understand the lyrics at all. So I did have to Google them.
Right.
And every time, I don't know why I'm surprised. Every time I look at lyrics and it's a very small amount of words. It just blows my mind that it's, like lyrics are like this big when you like Google them.
Mhm.
And it makes me go, why do Chris and I not have a song or at least the jingle? I say that every single
You need
time.
the Chris and Amanda jingle.
I need to like work diligently on that because there's
Right.
no reason when I see the quantity count of words, I have the ability to speak for hours. There is something in me that I can whip up a jingle for us.
I don't disagree.
A year into it though, here, still no jingle.
Still no jingle.
So this was a really hard song to get through. I have to admit, like I only could listen to it twice.
I thought you might struggle with this, but once again, you know, making you a little uncomfortable, I
Mhm,
think is
mhm.
good for you. I've seen the progression, and I was like, you know what? If I'm going all in on
Yeah,
different levels of Christian rock and metal, and I'm gonna give you all the different extremes. So
it's and it takes me to, the people that I said before, so I love Jesus so much. Let's scream about it. Like, I love Jesus. Like
yeah,
full cookie monster.
full cookie, full Cookie Monster mode on this one.
Full cookie monster mode on this one. It's just quite remarkable. So I said I'd give bonus records because they were religion
Because they're
songs
filled with the Holy
and
Spirit.
they're filled with the Holy Spirit. I would have absolutely given this one a 2, but
But
because I fear the wrath of God, I'm going to give it a 3 record.
you know what? That fear is real. That fear is real.
The fear is real. The struggles were
Yeah.
real and the fear is real. So 3 records. I probably won't listen to this one again unless it's on our playlist and I
Oh,
have
it
to
is on our playlist.
like and I'm just listening to the playlist. I probably would actually even get up
Oh,
mid-songing something.
this is a skip.
This is a skip. Like this is I like am deep into building something at the store. I have sawdust on me, maybe like paint on my hands. I will go out of my way to wash my hands to skip this song.
I will tell you right now, Amanda Sharp, I could see some instances where you might skip this song, but I think there's going to be some instances where you're going to be thankful that the song came on,
And you know what?
especially that breakdown. Oh,
Okay.
that breakdown. Whoo, that is hot. That's a hot breakdown. Woo.
It might get me on a day that I need a cookie monster moment with the Lord.
I would, and that to me, that's a go-to song right there.
So that
Yeah.
I'll have the song on our list
hmm
to do it that way. So I'm grateful I've been exposed to it. I think
hmm
it's really exciting that the range of Christian music is so large. That to me is exciting because like to your point, it reaches more people that way and the message gets out there. So I just think that's great. So I mean, well done, August Burns Red.
God chooses his vessels in weird and mysterious ways,
There you
Amanda
go.
Sharp.
There you
And
go.
August Burns Red
Absolutely.
is one of them.
And, if I'm at the pearly gates and, this is playing, I'll go, "Huh, who would have thought?"
Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Moshing it up into the pearly gates of heaven with that serious breakdown. Oh,
Yeah, I would have
so good.
thought it would be something a little bit more like elevator music, but, like,
Could be
maybe it's
August
like,
Burns Red.
"Hey, it's you're here for the party now, right?"
That's right. We're here for the party. So strap
So,
in.
3 records
Yeah.
and good conversation.
All right. That's good. That's good. I accept that 3 records. I think it's good. I've seen August Burns Red live so many times. They're
Have you
so
really?
good. They're so good. They miss no notes. Their Christmas records, by the way, are, and they were, when we did our
Ooh.
Christmas shows this past and we didn't get a chance to do them in person.
Yes, yes.
Um, but their Christmas EPs and records they do are phenomenal, phenomenal. And they do Christmas show every year in their hometown of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And they put it on every year, and it's great. It's great. It's a really good time. I've been dying to go to one of their Christmas shows. Haven't been to one of them yet, but I've been to a lot of the other shows that they've done, and they do a great show every single time. And oh, and there she is. She's back. I was just a little technical difficulties there. You were frozen in
So
time.
sorry. So
You're
sorry.
frozen in time.
But you were saying they're Christmas records. So do they sing traditional music like
They
Christmas or
do. So they don't really, they're instrumentals, and they do instrumental versions, and they do some originals, and they take classics and they August Burns Red styles them. And I'm gonna send them to you now because I know how much you
okay,
like to listen to Christmas music
all the
during
time?
non-Christmas time. So you can
Yep.
check it out. And they do a great version of Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
fantastic.
fun.
Yes, it's phenomenal.
And
I'm gonna send them to you.
I love that. And I know our listeners just have to know, yes, I was listening to Christmas music yesterday on Easter.
I'm sure you were. I'm sure you were. Because there's no real Easter music except
There's not.
Peter Cottontail and
Right.
hopping down the bunny
Easter's on
trail.
its way.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yes. Okay. So your final song to me, was by an artist named Joy Ola. I'm gonna go Oladokun or Oladokun. So
That sounds good.
I'm not sure if that's 100% right. So apologies to Joy right now. Um, so never heard of her before. So I did some digging and found some great. Unfortunately, her website was down, so I kept hitting it. It was like
Oh,
down. So hopefully it's back up. I mean, it was probably just a temporary thing, but she's I really enjoyed this song. So let me just start off by saying this: out of all the songs you gave me, this is by far my favorite song.
no. Nice.
And I know Amanda is like starting to like game the system a little bit 'cause she's starting to figure me out more and more about certain songs and
Absolutely.
where I lock in. So
Yep.
I really enjoyed this song. So Joy Oladokun is a singer and songwriter from Arizona who's now based in Nashville, and she's been releasing music since 2015. She was named Artist to Watch by NPR, Spotify, and Amazon, and she was number one on Vogue's list of new LGBTQ artists to listen to now. She's put out a third record, In Defense of My Own Happiness, which was released in June of 2021, and it includes the song that we're going to be talking about, Look Up. And for that track, she worked with Grammy-nominated songwriter and producer Dave Bassett. And I was not shocked to hear about these comparisons, but she said that she's been compared to the likes of Adele, Stevie Nicks, and Tracy Chapman, all of who inspired her to pick up the guitar and start playing and writing music. She's released 3 studio albums to date: Carrie, In Defense of My Own Happiness, The Beginnings, um, and oh, oh, I see. There's like 2 versions of the same record. Okay, so she's released 3 records. This song in particular was featured on the Supergirl soundtrack. And so this song was featured in Supergirl season 6, episode 8. Welcome back, Kara, which I thought was cool because I used to watch Supergirl. I was an avid Supergirl. I didn't finish the show, but I was those first few seasons of Supergirl
Sure.
were awesome. So yeah. But so I really like the song. I thought it was really cool. She's got a great sound, great tone. Just a really cool like singer-songwriter vibe. Just so different from the other 2 songs you gave me. Like
Mhm,
obviously, like to me, it's like this and the Carrie Underwood are like night and day.
mhm.
And as cool as Sara Bareilles with her, she's got a great voice. She's really good. I liked Joy's voice. I liked her quality. And then, when I sent you earlier, I started going down a rabbit hole of watching other things. And I
Mhm.
saw the NPR tiny concert that she did. And that was, I think there's like 3 or 4 songs on that. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Loved it. I love saying that word. Phenomenal. But it but it was really cool. And I like the song. I think it's great. It's really well written. Um I would definitely listen to this again. I'm gonna dive into her catalog now. So thank you for introducing me to the world of Joy Oladokun. I'm gonna go with that pronunciation. But I
Sounds
would
good.
give this, I'm gonna give this I will give this song a solid 4.5. That was my rating for the song. It's cool, it's a good tune, and I want to hear more from her now. I think that she's just great. She's really good. And I like that there's a certain quality and like not like as super produced sounding and
Mhm.
that her voice is so good. She's
It's
so
so
good.
good. It's very and I don't it's gonna sound like I'm downgrading when I say this, but it's so simplistic.
It is simplistic, but in a in
And
a in a wonderful way. It's not overproduced.
not at all. You just listen to it, and feel like anyone within that, genre just it comes on and it just feels good. Hey,
Yeah. What's up,
Drew.
Drew Milden? Check it in.
We hearty face you right back. But, yeah, her many of her songs are just they're very different from one another, but there's just such a relaxed confidence in the way that she sings, and it feels like she's been singing for a lot longer than
Yeah.
2015 by the way her comfort level is and
Mhm.
her maturity in her voice, but I guess when you just have a gift, you don't have to try so hard to be
Right.
relevant. You can just sing as you are. I just really enjoy her. So I will take your 4.5 records. Thank you.
You are welcome, and thank you for introducing me to another awesome artist. I mean, you've been like solid for the last few weeks, like introducing me to like some really cool new artists. So I see what you're doing, Amanda Sharp.
You know
I
what?
see you and I recognize you.
And I just have to we gotta shout out Spotify for that
Yeah.
because Spotify's algorithm and understanding who Amanda is as a listener is just phenomenal. And I know it probably does that for everybody, but they have nailed me. I mean, Marcus should go to them and be like, "Give me your algorithm for my wife," because our worlds could be happier this way. That's
Oh,
how good.
Spotify, if you could only figure all of it out.
All of it out. So, I mean, if you want to start trying, sure. But if not, I will take your algorithm that you've
Yeah.
nailed on Spotify
I
because
can only imagine the psychological profile that Spotify could give out on any of us based on what we're listening to.
and
I don't want to know. I don't want to
I,
know. It's probably
I
frightening.
it would probably be frightening. But even because Chris, to your points that you've made before, some of my song choices, if I've had a good week, bad week, or whatever.
Oh, I could always tell.
And
Once I start listening, I'm like, ooh, Amanda's working some stuff
Spotify
out.
yes, Spotify would be able to do the same thing if there was a graph of, like, moods and stuff, and you could probably line it up in a calendar and go, "Oh, that's when I was going through this or going through that." It's music speaks to our souls.
That's correct. That is correct. By the way, we don't have an affiliate with Spotify, but if Spotify wanted to
Yes.
sponsor the show or do whatever, we'd be happy to do it because we use you for everything.
You would
Spotify.
not have to twist our arm at all.
No. Which, leads me to, hey, if you like what we've been talking about or want to check out any of these songs, we have actually curated a playlist on Spotify. So our 2022 playlist is up and you can get by accessing the links in the show notes and video description, all that. And you can listen to all the songs that we've talked about since the start of 2022. We also have a 2021 playlist up there as well with all the songs that we discussed last year. So and this is something we're going to keep doing. So if you want to hear any of the tunes from any of the episodes, go to our Spotify playlist and check them out and check out
You'll
some of the other songs while you're
you'll
there.
love it. You will
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
There's no skips.
Oh,
There's no skips.
there's no skips in the Chris and Amanda show.
That's right. No skips. No skips. Even Mariana's Trench. No skips.
Very good. Hey, and I think we have a special episode coming up next Monday, Chris
We
Baglio.
do have a very special episode coming up, Amanda Sharp, and that is going to be our 1 year anniversary. Woo! As a show. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's been 1 year already. So our 1 year anniversary show will be next Monday. We'll be here live. If you want to join us live, we'll be on. You can watch us live on Twitch and Facebook. We'll be on at 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time doing the show live. We'd love for you to come on, leave messages, all that kind of stuff. Please participate if you can make it out. But what are we going to do to celebrate our show, Amanda Sharp?
And of course, like all great ideas on the Chris and Amanda show, this one came from Chris.
I wouldn't say all great ideas. I'd be careful with
We-
that one.
We're going to go back and review the songs on our very first episode. And we're going to basically kind of re-rate them and see where they land. Maybe they'll go a little higher. Some may even go a little lower.
They
But
might.
we'll also kind of touch base on how we've grown as co-hosts and how our show has, built up over this last year compared to because like Chris usually says, we just were shot out of a cannon. Like we just did it. And it'll be fun to kind of take a stroll down memory lane and just really enjoy where we've come from since episode 1. I know I enjoy it. Chris enjoys the show. And we are just grateful every single one of you have been on this journey with us. So hopefully you turn in next Monday for our 1 year anniversary show.
Yes. And if you want to hear our very first show or watch our very first show, you can do that by going to our YouTube channel or wherever you listen to podcasts. And they're all up there. You can go to season 1, go all the way back to episode 1, which was our original air date for episode 1 was April 26th. That was our original show
That
date.
is so fun.
And the songs we reviewed, just to give her, I'm not gonna, if you want to go back and find the ratings, you can by going to our Instagram page or rewatching that episode or re-listening to it. But I'm not gonna give the ratings now because we'll save that. So, so the songs I gave to you were "Make Me a Mixtape" by The Promise Ring, "Sound System" by Operation Ivy, and "Rose of Sharon" by Kill Switch Engage. What a hot mix. Holy smokes, man. That was shot out of cannon. I gave you like, here you go. Here's some emo, here's some punk ska, here's some metalcore.
You got it.
Yeah. So that was the list I gave you. Do you remember what songs you gave me?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay,
I
so I
know they
have
were
them.
definitely ones you have heard before, though. Like I
Yeah,
remember
so
that.
I do have it in front of me. So the songs you
Mm.
gave me, Amanda Sharp, was Don't Think Twice, It's All Right by Waylon Jennings. July by Noah Cyrus.
Oh gosh, that one's so good.
And a classic song, The Eternal Flame by the Bangles.
Which you will absolutely hear the Monopoly story of when I was younger.
Yes. So which you may hear again.
You'll
But
hear again.
But you can once again watch or listen to those episodes, to that very first episode, by heading over to our YouTube channel or listening to wherever you get podcasts. So, and if you'd like to leave us a little greeting, we're happy to play them on the show. We'd love to play them on the show. So if you want to send us a voicemail, you can do that right now by our snazzy new Chris and Amanda phone number by going to, if you're out of the States, +1 973 506 8009. That's +1 973 506 8009. Leave us a voicemail. Send us a little greeting, whatever you want to say. Say hello, wish us a happy anniversary. We will play it here on the show live. And if you want to send us a little video, you can do that too. And you
Oh
can
yes.
do the same thing. You could DM us on Instagram, or you can actually send it to right to our email address, the Chris and Amanda Show @gmail.com. And all these links are in the show notes and video description. So that way they're easily accessible. So tune in next week live for our 1 year anniversary show. I am so excited, Amanda Sharp.
I'm so pumped. We've come a long way, but I'm so proud of that episode number 1 too. So it'll just be fun to go down memory lane.
And looking back at our Instagram feed, it's hilarious. We have so much. We have all these weird videos, and we're still trying to figure out our logo for the show. So we're like doing all these different things. It's great. The evolution of us is phenomenal.
But that's, a lot of people, there's an evolution and then it just stops. At least we're continuing to grow and continue to create. I'm just proud of us, Chris.
I am proud of us too. So happy almost 1 year anniversary, Amanda Sharp.
Right back at you, Chris Baglio.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us today live on this Monday in April, our 16th show of season 2. So thank you all so much. If you want to check out any of the replays or listen to any of the past episodes, you can do that by heading over to our YouTube channel right now, where we have full episodes and highlight clips of past episodes. You can also listen to the show anywhere you get podcasts. All episodes are available for free right now, anywhere you get podcasts. And there's even this cool thing now, too. I've been putting it in our email newsletter. So if you want to stay up to date, we send out an email newsletter now every week. So sign up for that. Those links are there. But one of the things that I've discovered, which I thought was really cool. So on my Alexa, I can go, Alexa, play the Chris and Amanda Show. And boom, it comes up like the latest episode plays. It's pretty wild.
Alexa knows our name.
That's right. Alexa knows our name. So if you have an Alexa at home and you just want to hear the latest episode, all you have to say is, Alexa, play the Chris and Amanda Show, and it will play. That is so cool.
That is very cool.
That is very cool. So thank you all once again for watching and sharing the show and commenting. Thank you, Drew and Billy and James, for hanging out with us today live and commenting. And thank you for everybody else who was hanging out with us live today and didn't feel the need to comment. It's okay. We appreciate you all anyway, just as equally. Feel free to show your support for the show by heading over to our buymeacoffee.com/TCAS. That link is in the show notes, and you can commission a full show. You can join our membership, all kinds of great groovy stuff. So do all those things if you feel so
all
inclined.
the things.
Yeah. It is tax day. So, if you wanted to throw us a little tip so we could pay taxes with, that'd be fine.
I should repost our tax video that we did last year. What kind of tax person are you?
Oh yeah, that would be funny. The shoebox.
The shoebox, the baggie, which my accountant still got again this year.
All right, everyone. Thank you all so much. And we will see you next week here again live. Join us live here on Facebook and Twitch. Chris and Amanda Show, 1 year anniversary special. Boom. All right.
Boom.
See everybody. Have a great rest of the day.
Bye, everyone.